morning. Here we are at Joe's Story Senior Center, and we're getting ready to do some gentle senior yoga. So join us and work it at your own capacity on a non-skid surface. And I just traveled across the world, 12-hour time difference to Thailand. And that was a very neat experience, and I'm still adjusting to a 12-hour time difference. So we're going to be very gentle today. And as far as traveling at 76, the thing that I noticed is that more people are willing to help you, which is fine. That's a good thing. And you don't have to take off your shoes at going through security, and you don't have to throw up your arms in the machine. So that's an advantage. And as far as people helping me, a lot of times I really didn't need the help, but thinking it through and getting my ego out of the way, I decided that it's a good thing to let people help you, because somebody else in your circumstance might need help, and sometimes I actually do need help. But I certainly don't want to discourage anybody from stepping forward and being kind. So let people be kind to you. And namaste. Just do some breathing. So, a little bend in our knees, our weight on all four corners of our feet. So maybe our body is a little bit back from what we're used to. And we're inhaling up through part breathing and exhaling down. A little lift in our knees. Fill out, fill out, fill out. Exhale thoroughly. Inhale through your nose. And if you can find that Darth Vader breath, do that. Those nice deep inhales and thorough exhales at a nice slow pace is very relaxing and life-giving. One more. And then we'll do our side body stretches. We're lifting that arm and reaching high. We don't have to reach with a straight arm. We can have those elbows bent, but we're reaching anyway. Our shoulder is separating space in that shoulder, space in that elbow, even some space in those fingers. And let's just wave those fingers around a little bit. And then do our big exhale. We want that stretch down that side body. And to the other side, inhale, we inhale, and that stretch and wiggle those fingers. Just because we can get arthritis in those fingers too, and we just need to keep them moving. And side one, big inhale, and then that big exhale, finding that space, that song in our joints. That's a Chinese word. It's not, doesn't mean they're singing. go with our bent knees and our cactus arms, and we're looking to the side. And we want to get as much of that movement through our spinal column rather than moving our hips around. Yes, we can look by moving that hip, but if we can move that spinal column, we're getting movement in the vertebra and keeping that back flexible. Remembering our breathing, exhaling to the side, inhaling as we cross. Remember that 3-part breathing. And let's do our letter F. So we bring that one elbow over and bring that other one reaching. That's our exhale. Stretching down that side body and to the other side. Folds. We'll come to our knees first. Lift our hips. Bring my pants up so I'll have more stretch on them. And slide and lower. Breathing. We can still do that 3-part breathing, but you may notice that you can have more expansion in your back than you might when you're standing upright. And the side benefit of that is a little kidney massage. Big inhale, thorough exhale, then bringing our elbows to our hands and dropping our head lower, lifting our hips higher. Ragdoll, letting the weight of our arms and head just stretch a little bit more through our back, through our hamstrings, through our hips. Then we're lifting a bit and tapping that knee, bringing that elbow forward, that hip to touch to the side, and that elbow reaching away, and then dropping low as we cross that inhale, and then tapping your abs, elbow forward, inhale across, exhaling as we tap, that little stretch through our side body, through our lower, our side lower area. And coming up to our Russian chair. So we're sitting on a stool behind us. Using those thigh muscles, using that core area. When we use that core area, those thigh muscles, we're also engage that pelvic floor. And let's just Do a big exhale and lift that pelvic floor up inside our body. And breathe. Exhale and lift that pelvic floor. And coming up, working those thighs, working that core. Core is from our knees all the way up to our armpits, that whole area. And it all works together. So let's go wide, feet wide, and we'll work on that leg strength some more. Bringing those arms out, reaching to the side, reaching to the right, and lifting our head. And for a moment, just pushing your feet into the floor. Star pose. One of our values or one of our wins is the energy running out toward our limbs. And so we're turning on that wind within our body, and then coming to our squat, whatever our squat is. Nice happy cactus arms if you can. Reaching out. Big inhale and big exhale as we come. Tracking those knees over our toes. Strengthening those leg muscles. I had a massage with I had several massages. It was Thailand, right? And one of the ladies was in our group, and she is a native Thai healer, and one of her modalities is massage. When she massaged me, she said, "Whoa, for 76, you really got muscles, you really got flexibility, and your energy is moving well within your body." So that was good. And that's from yoga. It builds those muscles. And my body happens to build muscles well, but it builds everybody's muscles some. And then let's do our sunflowers. So we keep that same tracking, and we're just drawing the biggest sunflowers we can. Exhaling down. And last one. And let's do a little weight shifting here. We'll go with our great big saddle bow. So we have our feet wide and ends out to the side, and we're drawing the inside of that huge saddle bow. So our weight comes to one side and down to the other side. Exhaling. Thailand in this particular month feels very much like our summer. Hot and humid.
Really have their own.
Do what?
When does it get cold? Like
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get cold. It is a rainy season, which is a relief.
Yeah, yes.
Woo. But it's not really cold. I mean, it's much closer to the equator. So the days, instead of changing a lot like ours do from winter to summer, it's more or less very close to 6 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Sunrise at sunset. Not exactly, but very close. Which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little, see what we can do. Some point, and it doesn't have to be straight at point. Just a little hip work and balance work. And back, and then we'll bring our feet up and our hands up and our hands back and our foot forward. A little bend in that knee, and then bringing our hands back, our foot back and our hands forward. And we're going to adjust this a little bit and lean and have our toe pointed up. So we're straight back and a point back. And that's one on this side. And then to the other side, we'll start with our symbol. We'll come up, and as we come back, our foot is forward, and our foot is back. With our breathing, which is life. And then our variation with our straight back will bend forward, our toe in the air, and then our point back. We saw some beautiful beaches. There's a lot of beaches, there's a lot of ocean. So we were on a large island in the in the Gulf of Thailand, and the sand was a little darker brown than our sand that we used to. And the bay was very big, but there were not many waves. One day there were waves that were like knee high, something like that. But most of the time it was very, very cool, mild, just very, very, no waves. And very nice temperature. Just go out and you could walk out a long way, especially at low tide. You could walk out quite a bit before you got deep in the water. And so it was very, very pleasant. We saw some other beaches that were just absolutely gorgeous. We went snorkeling one day and saw these beautiful, beautiful beaches. We were on the quiet side of the island where there are less tourists.
That's a good place.
So that was and we had a gorgeous infinity pool with salt water, which was really, really nice to swim into. So we were We were fixed up. All right, let's go with our
Should have some good food too.
good food. Yes, we did. Thai food is very good.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is too hot, too spicy for me. But depends on where you are, you might can get it so it's not so spicy. And you might just have to select things that are less spicy. A lot of people can tolerate a lot spicier than I can. It's just,
I don't mind some spice, and I can't deal with the hot.
yeah,
I like it a little bit, but not to where you lungs.
I know, yeah.
Just something to the stomach with that.
I just, my body just says, no, this is not food. I am not consuming this. I don't have consequences because I can't even eat it. But we get some delicious food, and one of the things that we were the only people in this little resort. They allowed us to just use the whole little area. Wasn't a huge place, but it was, they had like maybe a dozen cabins, mostly individual, or there were 3 or 4, maybe 3, I think, family-sized cabins that were, and they were cute. They were, but the single ones were round.
Oh.
But they were, and facing the ocean, and we were really close to the ocean. I mean, it was like 6 feet away from where the sand started.
Oh.
So it was up close and personal to the ocean, so it was really a nice place. But she looked after us so well. And one of the things she did was every night we would have a Thai dessert. So we got to try lots and lots of different desserts that are very, very typical. And they were not hot. They were very pleasant. For instance, one was you take a squash and you scoop out the seeds and you put a coconut custard in there and bake the whole thing. And then you slice it and you get a slice of squash, which is sweet, it's nice, it's very nice. And then the custard is solid and it was delicious, So
I like a little sweet, like sweet.
no, it was not. It was not overly sweet. It was just, and they make use of vegetables in their desserts. One of our desserts was a drinking consistency custard, coconut of course, and beans. There were beans in it. Gosh. So, and it's delicious. So that was a treat to get to know some traditional Thai food that was not hot.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing here? Let's we're enjoying ourselves so much. Okay, so coming to our warrior woman with our bent knee right over our ankle and stretching down that back calf, lifting our arms, and here again, although we're lifting high, we're creating the space in our joints without straightening them. And let's do a little rock here. We're coming down to our thigh, big exhale, and then coming back up, a big inhale, reaching high. bring those arms out front, and we're looking toward our back leg, bringing that arm, and this elbow is in line with it. Then we're swinging around just very gently to the other side, a little twist here. Exhaling as we make that toward the back. And one more round. And then we'll go to the other side, landing our warrior one. Lifting high, finding that space. Our shoulders are down, but our reach is high, and coming to that rocking warrior. Exhaling down, which is very natural because we're squeezing our tummy. And I wasn't counting within the more. And then arms out and looking toward our back leg and toward our other leg. You can feel all that good spiral in that spinal column. All right. And let's come to our chest expansion. So we have our fingers interlaced if we can, if not, just reach back. And if we can, we're putting those arms together, lifting our heart and bringing those shoulders back, reaching down. Breathing. Reaching with those knuckles. And then releasing. And let's give those arms a shake. And rotate those shoulders, and then backwards. And let's do it big enough to get our shoulder blades involved. And reverse. And then bringing that hand over. Hold it with our other hand. A little bend in our knees as we look back, reaching back with that extended arm. And even if our knees are bent, we're standing up through our torso to allow a nice spinal twist again, as well as stretching open those shoulder blades. And to the other side, hold it. A little bit in our knees, but we're lifting up through our torso to get that little stretch. And then coming to our wingspan. And lifting our heart, bringing our shoulders back, our elbows back, looking up the moonrise if we can. Can you bring your shoulders low even as you're doing this? You can experiment. And then rolling our elbows forward, our head forward, pushing up with our head, pulling down with our hands. And allowing that stretch, Really push that, really pull down. Allowing those neck muscles to lengthen and strengthen. Okay, that feels so nice. Okay, let's go to the floor and we'll do a little cat-cow. So we're on our hands and knees. Knees right under our hips and maybe our hands just in front of straight down to our shoulders. And we're bringing our tailbone low, pushing up through our arms, bringing our chin to chest, and exhaling belly button back up. Then swiveling that tailbone high and rocking that belly button, bringing that heart forward toward the wall in front. We don't have to throw our head back. If we bring that heart forward, that'll do it for us. And that's our inhale. And we're going back and forth. If you need a little mini breaths in between, go for it. We're opening that spinal column on the inside as we do our cow. And opening in on the outside as we do our cat. Remember to move that tailbone through as full cycle as you can. Working on that SI joint, which can really help a lot with that with lower back pain. To get that SI joint moving. As it gets stiff, our back gets stiff. All right, when we get back to our nice neutral spine, we'll go for our letter S, our side stretches. So we're bringing that foot over and we're looking back over our shoulders on that foot and bringing that opposite shoulder forward. And maybe you can feel that spinal column opening side to side. And back to side one. And side two. And back. And let's try this. Our fire hydrant. So we're in our nice square position and we're lifting that leg. And then let's draw some circles with that knee. And whatever direction you're doing, move the opposite. Little hip work. And down. And to the other side, just straight out as you can manage. And drawing our circles in one direction. Nice and slow. One breath, one movement. And then change the other direction. And down. And we'll go to our nice child's pose. So our feet are as flat as we can get. Tops to the ground, and we're bringing our hips back toward our heels. Big exhale. Our knees might be close together or they might be wide apart. Your option. Bringing it forward to the floor and breathing a while. This is one of those that gives us that little kidney massage as we fill up our lungs and our back expands to accommodate some. Our tummy can open too. Then bringing our hands extended close beside our ears, wet, or if you can bring your elbows off the floor, go for it. Breathing and lifting our head and off to the right and lowering our head back. Extra stretch through that shoulder. If you want to, you can inch forward that inside arm just a little bit more. If weight off the mat is too much, you can just be on the edge of the mat and stack that hand on top of the other. And up and off to the other side. Bringing our arm close to the floor or to the floor, extending that arm. And up. And then heels back to the front and a little bit further out and coming to our knee plank. So we want a nice straight back all the way from our knees to the back of our head, and we're drawing great big clock faces. So we're coming way out to the side, way back toward our heels, way out to the other side, and then back to our knee plank. And drawing that circle again, getting all that movement in our knees, our connective tissue around our knees, the ligaments and tendons and stuff, and also through our hips, just a lot of movement. We want that supportive tissue back to our knee plank and then change directions. Draw that clock face the other way. One more. All right. Then we'll come around. And we'll do our windshield wipers. And we'll do a variation of it today. So we have our feet wide and we're on our back. Arms up to the sky. And we're sliding one hand out and the other hand along. And taking our knees down to the ground on the opposite side, our feet wide. And we can turn our head and look in the direction of where our knees are going. And up. And then to the other side, our arm. Our knees opposite and looking in the direction of our knees. Bringing those knees as low as we can. And to the other side. Up and More. Next one. And nice diagonal stretches across our back. Then we are bringing one leg straight out and the other knee bent. Our hand on the opposite hand on the other side of that knee. Our left overhand teed. And we're bringing that knee down toward the ground. So long exhales. Giving that back a chance to get used to the idea. Keeping that shoulder close to the ground. Some long exhales. And releasing, straightening out, and then to the other side. So the leg is straight leg, on T, hand on the outside of that knee, looking away from where that knee is going. Exhaling, long exhales, shoulder close. Continuing those long exhales. And we give it a little chance to stretch. Our bodies are intelligent, and those muscles will react when they're going someplace they're not used to going, and they'll say, "Oh, this will hurt. We won't do that. We're going to stop it right here." But if you give it a chance and let it know, this is not going to hurt, then give you a little more stretch. And those exhales give you a little more stretch. Relaxing. And rolling back to our back. And bringing our feet up close. Our hands beside our hips. Our feet are parallel to the side of the mat. We're lifting our hips up toward the sky, into our bridge, and lifting those hips as high as we can. Maybe feel those thighs stretching. Maybe those sit bones at our kneecaps. And then rolling back down the top of our back, each and every vertebra in contact. And this time, as we lift our hips, we're bringing our hands up and then over our head, lifting those hips as high as we can. And rolling back down as we bring our arms back on the side of our body. This is good core work. Strengthens that pelvic floor. And sometimes we have pelvic floor issues are not strong enough. And sometimes our pelvic floor issues are that it's too tight. And just about everything we do to strengthen our pelvic floor is probably also going to loosen it up some. So there's no hurting one issue to solve the other issue. If we don't have enough pelvic floor strength, we won't have continence. And if it's just stiff, we have pain. And down again. And let's see how our time is going. All right, we got a little bit of time. Let's bring that those legs out, and we want to roll to our side. Our arms straight out in front of us, and we're sliding that top arm along that bottom arm, and then rolling to our back, and that arm comes out T, so we've got a nice cross. Then we're taking that arm that just moved, and we're drawing like we're drawing a rainbow with crayons above our head, along the floor, as close to the floor as you can make it, and rolling back to our top arm and to our side again. And then sliding over, coming to our back, and making our cross, finding our crayons, drawing our rainbow as close to the floor as we can, on the floor if you can. And as we get back, we roll back to our side. And this range of motion for our shoulder. Rolling across, and a big crown rainbow. Then we can come up and either put our leg on our arm, or if you want to, you can put your hand on your, lift your head with your head, either one. And then we're still laying on our side, and we're taking that top leg, and we're coming along the floor, bringing it forward, and then bringing it back. As far as we can, range of motion with that leg, hip joint. So coming forward, as close along the floor as you can, let your toes touching the floor. And one more. And then we're rolling to our other side. Arms out straight. And rolling that arm across our chest, laying to our back. A nice cross. And then taking those crowns again with our other arm and drawing a big rainbow. Going back to our side as our arms come together, rolling across our body, our big arc along the floor, adding a little breathing here. Big rainbow. And then from our side body, we're bringing that leg way out front and a big arc along the floor if you can, and as far back as you can. And back to the front with some breathing. Up high and back. And the last one. And then rolling to our back again. And straightening out our body.
We'll on our mat, if we have a mat, and we're bringing our legs over to one side, keeping our hips where they are, bringing our arms up high, and bringing our arms to the same side without those. Breathing, stretching that side body. Breathing. Then back to center with both arms and legs and over to the other side. Then we want that arm close beside our ear. And back to center, and we'll roll to our side and our easy lift. So we're pushing ourselves up off the mat. And it's time to breathe. We forgot to get our blocks. We're okay today. If you want to get some blocks in now. Yeah. So we're sitting up as tall as we can. And we'll do some gathering chew, inhaling up, and a strong breath, tongue on the roof of our mouth behind our front teeth, and exhaling, pushing down on our exhale with a little muscle. Inhaling up lightly, and a little muscle as we exhale down, blowing out that strong. Then we have our fingers at our tummy, fingers overlapping, and we're inhaling up and exhaling around, straw breath. And as we inhale up, we lift that pelvic floor up inside our body. Inhale and hold that lift as we exhale. If you can hold it again, do that. If you can't, you can let it go. So we're inhaling up. Straw breath. Last one. And let that pelvic floor go. And we'll go to our final relaxation. Our lower back very flat to the floor. Our legs outstretched if that's comfortable. If not, if you like it with the knees bent, that's fine. Hands palm up, a little away from our body, rolling our shoulder blades underneath to get those shoulders closer to the floor. Maybe we want to lift our neck and lower it. and just relaxing everything. Breathing, paying attention to our breathing. Relaxing our arms. Let it go. There's nothing to hold on to here. Relaxing our legs. We don't need to go anywhere. Relaxing our eyes. We don't need to look at anything, focus on anything. We're just paying attention to our breathing. Our natural breathing. If stray thoughts come by, emotions, sensations, we can just let those go graciously. Return to thinking about our breathing. However many times it takes to return to thinking about our breathing is fine. Just keep at it. And then we begin wiggling our fingers and toes, rolling our wrists and our ankles, and reversing that roll. Sliding our feet up close. Finding our knees and hands, and circling our knees any way that feels good to you. It's your own private back massage. And bringing your knees into belly, rolling from one side to the other. Pushing off with their elbow. And then rolling to our side, our knees bent, or on the head. Relaxing to the floor. Give our body a little time to remember, incorporate what relaxation feels like so we can get back there again. And pushing ourselves up, easy lift. Using our hands to climb ourselves up. Just like when we have surgery and we have to be careful lifting. It's just easier on our body. Sitting up tall, with our shoulders low, relaxed. Checking in with our body. Perhaps you feel more relaxed. Perhaps you feel your energy within your body, rather than leaking out all over the place. Maybe you feel your energy in your body. That connection with our body and mind is why it's called yoga, because you And after we do yoga and we are able to attend to our body, we're in union as opposed to a floating head. So namaste.
That was nice.
So, see you next week.